अनोखा स्वाद.
First time that Shane Watson has not opened the batting for CSK in his career for the men in yellow, and that's tonight. Coming in at number 3 and gets underway straight away, but very nice delivery too from Sandeep Sharma.
Yeah, nothing short really from Faf du Plessis. Was caught in two minds whether to go forward or back, and lack of pace, I think, did him in more than anything else. The pace at which he...
Sorry, carry on.
The pace at which he was anticipating the ball and to come back onto him. And that's where those grip, the grip of Faf du Plessis, wherein his bottom hand is way away from his top hand, can come into play, because on wickets which have inconsistent pace of it, that's where your hands tend to go towards the ball a bit.
How impressive was that, Binger? 86% of deliveries, and even the 14% just on the cusp of the good length and short. How good a grouping is that for a start of a match?
It's perfect. The only thing I'd say there is that they haven't tried one or the other. They haven't tried a Yorker or they haven't tried a short ball. So it's a conundrum without being too predictable, but also not being too erratic as well. But that, I think there's a bit of extra bounce. It caught Faf on the back foot. Maybe a little bit sticky in the wicket, maybe the cross seamer.
There's one other thing too that I want to show you, if we get one more replay of that, and that is Faf du Plessis nicked this ball to the keeper, and it was an in-swinger. So it swings back at him, and he nicks it, which is unusual. Usually the ball swings
the other way around,
towards the slip corner,
no,
but
right.
Sandeep Sharma naturally swings the ball into the right-hander, and yet Faf has found a way to get the outside edge to a ball trying to come back.
He actually rolled his fingers over it, so the angle allowed the ball to shape back in, and then I think he just held its line, which, if you're looking at the angles, that is a genuine leg cutter. So the ball swings back in, holds its line, means the ball straightens, bit of extra bounce, takes the outside edge.
Does this affect Sam Curran at all, Sanjay? That he's there to pinch hit, he needs to hit. He's there to pinch hit, and they've already lost the other partner, so they can't afford to lose two now this quickly.
I don't think so. Sam Curran should continue to bat in the way he is batting, but it's not the most on the rise wicket that one can play. The wicket is holding up a bit. Even in the previous delivery, you saw how the ball came slightly slower off the surface.
And throwing to Shane Watson's end, which is a good move too, with respect to Shane Watson. Not the quickest mover between the stumps these days. So make him run, and make him run as hard as he can to potentially tire him out in that heat.
What if this changes? Sorry, I was going to say, what if this changes tempo, Shane Watson?
Batting at 3?
Yeah.
Oh, that could be close. Maybe sliding. Paul Rifle didn't really give it too much of a look. I think it's going down personally. That's that in-swinging delivery that he does. It closes out the third over though, 12 for 1. So they have not taken the DRS, and as we mentioned, the Select Dugout Awards. This is the first award of those 6 that are on offer tonight. Tell us what you think. Hashtag Select Dugout at Star Sports India. And this was what our experts came up with. Best young Indian player. There were actually 10 of us voting. There are 10 of us who've all come into the dugout throughout this Dream 11 IPL. So 5 of those 10, 50%, came up with Devdutt Padikkal was the best young Indian player so far. Ravi Bishnoi, 30%. There are a couple of other votes which don't make the list, but either one of you two want to maybe explain why you picked Devdutt Padikkal or Ravi Bishnoi, depending on, I don't know, what you voted for.
I went Padikkal because, 3 half centuries, came in, debuted this season, looks as though he's got a really good, batting stance and batting style, good temperament, good technique. That's the reason why I picked him.
Yeah, I also went for Devdutt Padikkal purely for the reason that he has strengths all around the park, not only against fast bowling but also against spin. So from an overall perspective, again, a good shot from Sam Curran. He is showing the similar intent with which he has been sent out there to open, wanting to send the message across to the opponent that I am going to be aggressive, the team is going to be aggressive.
Great shot. picked up the length really, really quickly. A little bit of angle back into the body. Sam Curran, he's a clean striker of the ball. Jeez, he's absolutely crunched that.
I think we've got our answer too on how he's going to play, even though he's lost a wicket early.
I think that would be the call from MSD would be to, no matter what happens, you just keep going. You go as long as you can.
This one is probably timed well enough again. Just looked like he hit high on the bat, but he's a strong young man. And a second boundary in the over.
CSK playing like cornered tigers, I must say. Some counter punches coming from Sam Curran, and that's good to see. You want to see this streak of aggression from the champion team. If they have to come back in the tournament, they can only come back in this fashion.
Could there be a cornered lion, maybe?
Can be.
I hate to see
One
it.
of the moves too could be to try and change David Warner, the captain's plans of when he wants to bowl Rashid Khan. Make Curran, force him to bring him in early. This time straight up, and it depends if there's a long on, otherwise I think this is gone. Yeah, well and truly gone. First unacademy cracking six.
Well, I was with you, Scotty. I thought it went straight up, just outside the 30-yard circle. Sam Curran, though, he's got a real good technique, a good bat swing, good bat spin, speed, rather. He's hammered that.
Wonderful shot. Sam Curran again. When he hits them, it stays hit. And he played some very important innings in the India-England series, which happened last year. And in fact, he was the factor which tilted. He was the player of the series in that particular test match series. Took a lot of games away from the Indian team, and that's where I think most teams he caught the attention of most of the IPL teams.
This is the Cred Power Play. Let's see how rewarding it is for the teams. Fans who use the Cred app during the Power Play can get handsomely rewarded. And just as Sam Curran is with these 3 boundaries in a row, get rewarded in the app or get featured in the Dream 11 IPL. A change up and a little bit of turn and grip there as well. This might give us an indication of how Brett Lee, the seamers, will bowl today, especially as the ball gets a little older into this innings, or even the spinners. Does this cut enough with this slower ball?
Look, I think that it will after. I think as the game goes on, maybe the back end it might. At the moment, though, because the ball's quite new, it's just getting on with that seam and that polished leather. I think as the ball gets older, you can go to your cross seamers and you change of pace.
Just wondering whether Khalil, in his follow-through, is running straight down the wicket, because if he does that on more than one occasions, he might be stopped from bowling. So let's have a closer look at it. Where is he finishing? Because I get a feeling that he's running into the restricted area.
Yeah, it's his left leg, so he lands on his front right leg, and then it's when these hips come through, it's that left leg that follows. All eyes will be on that man tonight, MS Dhoni. Been warming up actually other games, playing the pull shot, the hook shot, just getting those sides nice and loose.
The thigh pads are on. I'm not sure whether the pads are on as well. Coming in next, or they'll stick to Raidu. Plenty of options. It should be another one. That is a slow ball, back of a length, but can free the arms. An unacademy cracking six, and that was huge over too, 34 for 1.
कितना हुआ? 215.
अरे कुछ तो बड़ा शिंदे शिंदे जोम शिंदे
सेफ है फोन पे
ओह शिंदे इधर भी
फोन पे क्यूआर से पे करो, गारंटीड कैशबैक पाओ।
बल्ब के साथ लैंप फ्री, बॉल के साथ बैट फ्री, धनिया के साथ सब्जी फ्री, सीटी के साथ कुकर फ्री, कैंडल के साथ केक फ्री, बैटरी के साथ टॉय फ्री। मजाक है, पर वी के साथ मिलेगा जी। सीरियसली। Recharge with Veeam 405 and get a 1-year subscription for Z5.
This is Hosh. This is Josh. For many more romantic and cute videos, get on to Josh now.
Want to be as relaxed as Virat? Get a Blue Star AC with a special filter that deactivates micro.
Kilometres an hour, and he bowls little in swingers, but he's proving tougher to hit. That was another one of those change-ups, but it was just a fraction wide. He could free his arms, and he's powerful enough to send that miles over.
Yeah, I was saying last over, like, they're not gripping yet. They're just sliding on the bat nicely with that new leather.
And how does Shane Watson approach this? Will he change it all, knowing that he's got a pinch hitter, Sam Curran, who's just taken 22 off and over?
No, he has to play his natural game. I mean, Shane Watson just needs to ensure that he just bats through these first few overs, gets himself to 30. And as we know by the stats don't lie, that if he gets to 35 runs, then they win most of their games, CSK. A very high percentage, over 80%.
His protection in the deep for Sandeep Sharma. Deep square leg and long on are the two fielders that Sandeep Sharma has for Shane Watson.
And I like this move that you're talking about, Sanjay, because just check out some of the deliveries that cause him the most problems. And it is exactly what Sandeep Sharma does. Bring the ball back in, attack the stumps, let him go across the line. That almost went to mid-wicket, or a man who's close to the square leg, but the perfect style of bowling that troubles Shane Watson.
It does, and it's been a long time now that Shane Watson has this issue of having his front pad fall across towards the off stump or middle stump. And it's surprising that a player of his ability and class hasn't been able to sort that out.
This is going to be a fascinating battle. So far, Sam Curran has been happy to be conservative against Sandeep, but go after Khalil. Got him! Oh, that's a beauty. Just nipping away from the left-hander. They've lost 2 now inside 5 overs.
Oh, perfect. He came around the wicket, he got the angle lead, and then that ball straightened. So in a sense, it actually looks like it's a big off-cutter to Sam Curran. Just watch the angle. Ball angles in, and it just straight, just there. Straight through, middle peg, well bowled.
Big wicket for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Again, the danger man, Sam Curran, batted with an aggressive intent. Goes for 31. It's 35 for 2 CSK.
What is this? Let's do a simple voiceover like download cred.
Download Cred. Get rewards for paying your credit card bills. Cred.
इंसान से मंगाओ चाहे विज्ञान से, प्यास तो दोनों से बुझेगी ना। तो मैच टाइम पे प्यास हटाओ, स्प्राइट उठाओ।
करोड़ों फैंस खेलेंगे, करोड़ों फैंस जीतेंगे। कौन जीतेगा और क्या जीतेगा? my11circle.com पे आओ और खुद जान जाओ। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ।
Bati Raidu in at 4, and this partnership now needs to get a bit of a building consolidation phase going, because Watson's only faced the 6 deliveries. They've lost the pinch hitter, who did a very good job, Sam Curran, 31 off 21. slip goes back into place. And David Warner has decided that if he can pick up one more in the next over, 1.2 overs, he is well on top.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Come on, boys. 3 in the first 6 overs, they say, is always a massive benefit.
That's hit leg stump. Again, beat on the outside. Beaten on the outside and lost his leg stump. That is unusual.
I think it was the angle, but he actually looked as though his feet didn't move at all. His feet went backwards. What, I can't believe it.
Was there a puff of dust as well, which came from the pitch? Have a look at that. Again, positive intent from Ambati Rayudu. Loves to play this shot. Goes slightly leg side of the ball and then targeting that mid-off boundary. Wonderful start for Rayudu. It's 39 for 2.
I'm done, sir.
कथक या डिस्को?
Dancer को dancer.
Beautiful. तू घर जा रोहन. They'll manage.
Okay, sir.
कभी कुछ ना करके भी देखो. Eat 5-star, do nothing.
Oh, you need ACC.
A cute crocodile.
Adaptive cruise control.
MG Gloucester, the selfless car.
The door to happiness is opening soon. Get attractive deals on Redmi Note 9 Pro series with low-cost EMI, exchange offers. Amazon Great Indian Festival starts 17th October.
Come on. Power play. Power play.
Welcome back to the select dugout. Badri has jumped in the hot seat along with Brian Lara. Brett Lee still here with you. 39 for 2. CSK.
Good.
So it's a good matchup this tonight. Have a look at this head-to-head. 4 innings for Shane Watson against Nadeem. 2 dismissals. Strike rate's okay, but it's the 2 times he's been out. That's the reason why he's on.
Yeah, exactly. Shahbaz Nadeem is that kind of bowler who's troubled Watson. We saw Watson get out to Akshar Patel in this IPL as well. Left arm spinner, maintains a good line, bowls stump to stump. Watson likes to go leg side. Exactly that kind of delivery. If you miss, I'm going to hit. Always been Shahbaz Nadeem, maintains that kind of line.
Good evening, everyone. Just strange to see Sam Curran come in as an opening batsman, but he did a bit of a decent job, get him off to a pretty quick start. Got a brilliant delivery, but CSK has got a lot to do at this point in time. 2 wickets back in the shed, still in the power play.
Oh, a little bit of grip there.
This wicket slightly drier as well, slightly slower, a little bit holding.
Shot. Yep, I think that's why CSK have gone with that extra spinner. Yeah, just to make sure that don't like a pure shoulder. Get a bit of grip here when they bowl second.
Go, go, go!
Up in the air. Has he got enough? A couple of bounces and over the fence for 4. So 5 off the over, 44 for 2 after 6. Scotty Styris has jumped up to the demo floor for the first one this evening. Scotty?
Yeah, I just want to show you why I think that the left-arm spinner Shahbaz Nadeem was brought on for Shane Watson, and I'm going to do a little demo on it before we get to some wickets that Shane Watson has been dismissed against the spinners. And one of the problems you can see in Shane Watson's setup that he's got everything in tight. He's got his hands in, and he wants to be able to come in through straight, so he's keeping everything close. But when he wants to hit the spinners and be aggressive, he gets down, whether it be the slog sweep or pulling of the short ball, then the hands move. Watch the hands. They go wide at the point of trying to downswing. And I'll show you what I mean by that exactly. So he's standing there waiting, and he decides he wants to be aggressive. And instead of coming down and through that same arc, like you would normally think a lot of players when they hit straight, Watson's hands go wide and everything comes across the line. So all he can do is hit to deep mid wicket or a wide long on. And it's not something he's doing deliberately, I don't believe. It's something that is natural when he's looking for power. Just the hands get pushed wider, and that means the natural bat arc is in that direction, rather than staying tight like he does when he faces the quick bowlers and is therefore able to power the ball down the ground. That means he's going across the line a lot, and if the ball doesn't bounce quite as much as he expects, then I think that's when he gets bowled, or he miscues, doesn't quite time it, gets caught at mid-wicket or out on the boundary. So it's all about the hands, in my opinion, and I think we need to watch later on this evening as he looks to start being aggressive, particularly to the left-arm spinner. Does he get himself into trouble in that area?
It's a good point, because I always think Shane Watson personally looks better when he goes nice and straight, looks to go over the umpire's head.
Correct.
Which would mean a better bat arc. Exactly what you're explaining. Thank you, Scotty. Back to the dugout shortly he will be. Cut away for Watson. He'll pick up one.
Scotty made an excellent point. I think it's very similar to Mahendra Singh Dhoni as well. And Dhoni has a similar technique when he tries to go the big shot. His hands go a little bit outside. That's why both of them have a little bit of issues against the left-arm spinners and the leg spinners.
This is just the match-up. So over the wicket, bang, 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 bang. And then come around, get one straight and beaten from the outside edge to leg stump. Very, very well bowled. Can't believe it, but it's the game of cricket.
Yeah, it was a special delivery it took to get him out.
Natarajan, I think, has been a great find for Sunrisers Hyderabad, certainly for India. Player of the future, that's for sure. He's about 29 years of age, so he's not a youngster anymore, but he's freshish on the scene.
Yeah, it's always good to have these guys who have been through the circuit and have played all levels of cricket. Have not really made it onto the national team. Another very good example is Tewatia. He's had a tremendous IPL so far, and of course not a member of any Indian squad. So it's good to have these guys coming out and showing their... It's launched, and that's a big one. An Academy cracking six from Watson. Just picked up on the leg stump.
Certainly was. Just whipped it, didn't he? That's the power of Shane Watson. Once again, that slow ball. It's that try to turn the doorknob, roll the finger down towards the left. Watson picked it up and dispatched.
That's Watson's area. Sunrisers Hyderabad, his favourite team as well. Most runs for him, Nigel. In Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Lost 2 wickets, but I think they will bat the 20 overs out, and this is the passage of the game. I'll come back to that, but it's CSK 52 for 2 after 7.
Guys, हर मैच में पार्टी तो बनती है ना?
आज तो पार्टी पक्की।
लेकिन कैसे?
मैं करता हूँ ना कुछ अरेंज।
उस्ताद, कहाँ है शादी?
तू बस तैयार रह।
किसके लिए तैयार?
दिल खोल के तो देखो, दुनिया खुल जाएगी। फेसबुक।
और नई जॉब कैसे चल रही है?
हेक्टिक है। आज गाड़ी सर्विसिंग करानी थी। फ्री हूँ तो सोचा मिल लूं।
पर
फोर्ड का पिकअप ड्रॉप है ना?
तभी अम्मा की याद आई।
टाइम टू टाइम रिश्तों की भी सर्विसिंग करनी पड़ती है। आप उनको टाइम दीजिए और गाड़ी की फिक्र हम पर छोड़ दीजिए। फोर्ड, कुछ अलग सी फैमिली वाली फीलिंग।
Welcome back, and you'll be pleased to know that there has been issued a wicket alert in the select dugout. And it's Mr. Brian Charles Lara. What's the reasoning?
I'll tell you after this ball.
Nicked! Well, that should have been caught. I reckon that was a little nick. Oh, that's a sloppy play. Absolute sloppy.
Oh. That's just... Is it a nick?
Sure, I heard a nick.
Oh.
Smashed it. Lara. You did that last night, didn't you?
Do I have to explain still?
Yes.
Down, David.
Worked away from Watson, might get 4 for this. Rashid Khan, he's quick, but not that quick. It's a risky shot. But I don't know, I don't like that one when it's so close to the stumps.
What a shot from Watson. It wasn't that bad a ball, actually. It wasn't that short as well, but Watson has somehow managed it to get it in front of covers. I think the key was the footwork. He went really deep in the crease.
There it is.
I'm just saying, do I still have to explain? I just got a
genuine
drop catch in the first ball. But I will.
Sometimes you just get a hunch.
I think that listening to Dhoni talk before the game and after the game recently, where he talked about, you know, we need to go a little bit quicker, even if we get bowled out in the 18 overs, but we can't be batting the way we did. I think that sort of statement will put a lot of pressure on the Indian players. Because Raidu has been guilty of it. Jagdishnu, who's not playing today, was guilty of it. So I just felt that it was a time where they would think that someone's looking from the inside. The captain is looking to see how the gloves. They look at the gloves. It's not in the right position.
He's missed that one. So 8 off the overs so far. Still one delivery left. Brian, I was a bit nervous.
Not nervous. I'm quite happy with it. You know,
you created the chance.
Yeah, created the chance. You're gonna get some. You're gonna lose some, and I'm gonna come roaring back again.
Crunched. And he will pick up just one, I reckon, Rashid Khan. Good strong arm. And the over. 9 off at 61 for 2. Well, jump on social media, jump on Twitter, join the conversation. We've got the Select Dugout Awards, the SDA, and we've been working very hard behind the scenes to pick who we believe are their best players. And you chose yours today, Brian. Badnath, you did yours as well.
No.
Didn't do yours?
Yes. I have chosen. Yes. I have chosen.
So the best young player has been voted Padikkal, 50% from the 10 of us who have been on the Select Dugout so far, the experts. You happy with that choice, or did you go with someone else?
I went for Navdeep Saini, actually.
Did you?
Yes, I went for Navdeep Saini. I think he's been a revelation. The numbers don't show much, but he's been kind of, winning games quietly for Royal Challengers Bangalore. Remember that super over? I thought he bowled really well, and I thought, go for a bowler.
All right, so we'll come back to the SDAs. Back here at the game, Dubai, it is Rashid Khan. Any wicket alerts, gentlemen? We do. Well, that wasn't hard to convince, was it? Knows the call from Watson, a good one too. Badnath has lit the sky up red. Looked at red skies at night. Sailor's delight. The reasoning being?
Rashid Khan, simple.
Right.
I was just waiting for Rashid Khan.
Yep.
He's going to come on.
Good enough answer for me. He's a superstar, Rashid Khan.
Yeah, but don't you think that they would sort of try to take it easy on him? It's not
Yeah,
a
but
bad
the pressure
start.
is building. Yeah, you mentioned as well. MS Dhoni has mentioned they're going to go no matter what. So, but 3 balls down. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, well,
pressure is building.
The other thing too, the guys have done their homework about Watson v spin. This is this year, IPL 2020. Dismissals in the red there, and look at the strike rate, 86.4. You bowl the stumps, you're pretty successful against Shane Watson. You bowl on his legs, you get absolutely crunched. 250, 125 in the green, and 136. So bowl straight, and I think Rashid Khan with his big wrong'un, his toppy as well, might be successful.
Get a shot mid wicket in there.
Best place to face a spinner from is down next to him at the non-strikers there. That was my theory. The wrong in there from Rashid Khan. So who's been doing well in terms of the wickets? The purple cap, IPL 2020. Kagisa Rabada, look at him. 17 wickets, 7 matches of great economy. Jasprit Bumrah, who's also on 7 matches and 11 wickets. There are some wonderful players in there. Overdone, just 3 from it. 64 for 2 after 9. Paul Rifle, point to his watch, and that's a Seat Tyres strategic timeout.
दिल धीरे धीरे धड़के आज फिर होने को है आगाज सफर पर चलने का बढ़ने का इतना है हौसला जितना भी फासला मंजिल ने मिल ही जाना है हम में है हीरा रखना विश्वास तुम में है हीरा कर तुम भरोसा तुझ में है हीरो वही जिसे खुद हम में
इंडिया कर रहा है नई शुरुआत और इसको रफ्तार दे रहा है हीरो।
क्या कर रहा है?
ओपनिंग करने जा रहा हूँ।
हैं?
ओपनर हूँ ना।
ये बैट किसका है?
बैट तो तेरा है यार।
तो जिसका बैट उसकी बैटिंग। चल जाएगा पैंटम मत बन, चल चल फील्डिंग कर।
ड्रीम 11
इस त्योहार हमारी बड़ी फैमिली के लिए बड़ा टीवी लेंगे।
और बड़े टीवी का बड़ा खर्चा आएगा कहाँ से असिस्टेंट मैनेजर प्रिया जी?
छोटी किश्तों में।
अच्छा,
वो भी बिना किसी चार्ज के।
खुल गया है खुशियों का दरवाजा। Amazon ग्रेट इंडियन फेस्टिवल। आइए डेबिट और क्रेडिट कार्ड पे नो कॉस्ट EMI और बैंक डिस्काउंट भी 17 अक्टूबर से।
This is cutting edge technology.
कटिंग एज? अरे भाई साहब, आपको एक्सपो 2020 दुबई आना चाहिए अगले साल। लेटेस्ट इनोवेशंस, AI, अल वसल प्लाजा और बहुत कुछ। समझ गए ना? या बाउंसर गया?
हो गया सर। पेमेंट कैसा?
अरे शिंदे बहुत इजी है, मैं समझाता हूँ। ये QR कोड है ना?
हाँ सर, सो सिंपल।
हो गया तेरा नया हेयरकट?
फोन पे QR से पे करो, गारंटीड कैशबैक पाओ।
This is Hosh. This is Josh. For many more funny videos, get on to Josh now.
Want to be as relaxed as Virat? Get a Blue Star AC with a special filter that deactivates microbes and viruses in the air that passes through it.
Welcome back to the dugout, and that's the end of the Seat Tyres strategic timeout. The players have had some liquid, some well-earned hydration. And that is the current run rate, 142, which I believe, gentlemen, would not be enough. Let's head down to Murali.
Few players have attracted such interest over the years. One of the greatest cricketers of all time, Muralidharan, is with us now to have a chat. Great to see you, Murali. We've just had a fan poll. The question is, who's the most important player to the Sunrisers? We'll just watch this ball from Nadeem. So the most important international player is either Warner, Williamson, Bairstow or Rashid Khan. Us three said the same thing. Me, Kevin Peterson, Sonny Gavaskar. Who do you say?
I said everyone is important for me because you can't say no, you can't separate anyone because own way they are best in the world, so that's why we picked in the side. So definitely I can't go for one person and can say, because every time they get opportunity they do well, so they are the champions.
Okay, well, we voted for Rashid Khan, so you must be pleased that we voted for a spinner, and my goodness me, he's quite a guy, isn't he?
Yeah, Rashid is bowling really well this season, and he has done every season. So he's more important person in our bowling attack. So actually, this IPL we are missing Bowie because that's why we played an extra bowler this time, because Bowie is something we can give good overs for us. Yeah. So we missed him.
Yeah, I bet you do. Just a quick line going back again before I come. Well, we're running out of time, actually. It's quick, but someone got into him, didn't he? Rahul Tewatia got into him the other day, and that's very rare in any form of cricket. We see that happen. Do you chat to him about that? You must know how that feels and how to work it out for yourself.
Not really, because everyone on the day it happens like that, because you can't take it, because you have to continue what he was doing. We can't change anything because way Rahul Tewatia and other player played that day. They played a very good inning. So anybody bowling at the time, very difficult to stop. So that was happened, because that things happen in cricket.
Davey.
Okay, Murali, I hope we can get a bit more of you. Anyway, it's 10 gone and 69 for 2.
मेरे रिटायरमेंट की बहुत फिक्र है तुम लोगों को।
हर किसी को अपने रिटायरमेंट की फिक्र होती है, मुझे शायद नहीं होगी।
मैंने फिक्र नहीं, तैयारी की है म्यूचुअल फंड्स के साथ।
म्यूचुअल फंड्स?
मैंने अपने पैसे बरसों से म्यूचुअल फंड्स पे इन्वेस्ट किए, इसलिए कह रहा हूँ रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग के लिए म्यूचुअल फंड सही है।
म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
माँ, इस त्योहार नेहा के झुमके, पापा के जूते और आपके लिए एक नई साड़ी ले लेते हैं।
मेरी ये साड़ी अच्छी तो है, और वैसे भी किसी से मिलना थोड़ी है।
किसी से नहीं, पर अपनों से तो मिलना है ना।
खुल रहा है खुशियों का दरवाजा Amazon ग्रेट इंडियन फेस्टिवल। आइए फैशन के बड़े ब्रांड्स पे बड़ी डील्स के साथ बैंक डिस्काउंट भी 17 अक्टूबर से।
Rashid Khan will continue. And we'll head back downstairs to continue this interview with Murali.
A great time, Muralidharan. And a question for you about this match now. And, you know, the pitch, the slowing down of the pitches, the better opportunities for spinners. How are you guys going?
Yeah, definitely. That's why we had Nadeem into the side, and we thought it's going to spin. And this happens in latter part of the tournament because the wickets are tired, because we are playing in 3 grounds, so the wickets are getting tired. So spinners will come to in play. That's why we bought Nadeem, and at the moment they are doing well, I think.
Yes, they certainly are bowling well, both Nadeem and Rashid. Murali, just want to quickly check with you. I don't see you with any notebooks, taking down any notes, like most of the other coaches do.
I'm not a person take notebooks. Just what I can advise them, that's all I do. So it's a modern game cricket. I played, it's a very old-fashioned, so notebooks are not there when I'm playing. So, so for me, it's not the usual thing.
Very good, very good, very good. Murali, how's your great land? Are you coping in Sri Lanka? No finer place, no place that loves cricket more. Are people coping?
Yeah, definitely, because last 3 months we didn't have any COVID, and last week some incident happened and few COVID cases. So Sri Lanka has been protected properly, and government is doing a good job, and the people also listening to what the government says. And I think in future definitely we will come over with COVID cases.
All right, great. We've just seen a missed chance by Rashid Khan. Shane Watson smashed it back at him very hard. We'll let you go and we'll see how Rashid's hand is, because he seems to have damaged himself. Fabulous to talk to you. Lovely to see you smile again.
Thank you very much.
It's always.
Just a short break while Rashid Khan just tries to get some feeling back. This is hit the left hand hard. Brian Lara, Sanjay Bunga. And I thought the start from CSK was pretty good, but the last few overs with the spinners, they've just been pulled back once more.
Yeah, I mean, it's expected. This is the most economical bowler in the history of IPL. So this passage of play, we were expecting. Maybe more attacking from the other spinner, but Rashid Khan would keep most batsmen quiet, and they don't want to lose any wickets. They don't want to, you know, procession of wickets at this stage.
Go.
This might go in the gap. Oh, really well done. That could be Priyam Gog as well out there. Just the 3 singles, 74 for 2. Just checking. I think he's done really well. It's only now with a... No, that's excellent work in the outfield. Saving 2 runs. 74 for 2.
और ये रन आउट टेस्ट मैच में सिंगल लेने के लिए इतनी जल्दबाजी क्यों की?
गड़बड़ी में गड़बड़ी मार्केट के उतार चढ़ाव में फाइनेंशियल गोल से आउट मत हो जाना लंबे समय तक एसआईपी में टिके रहने का फायदा उठाना
An investor education initiative by HDFC Mutual Fund. Mutual Fund निवेश बाजार के जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
अरे भाई बर्तन आज तुम्हारी बारी है।
मैंने जुलाई में 18 दिन बर्तन धोए थे जबकि धोना था 15 दिन। तो 3 दिन का बैलेंस बाकी है पतिदेव।
बैलेंस को रोल ओवर कौन करता है?
जियो करता है।
जियो दे रहा है 6 महीने का डेटा रोल ओवर।
74 for 2. Brian, wicket alert. Light him up. Come on in, Mr. Lara. What's the thinking?
Again, similar to my last alert, where I feel that, you know, the Indian batsmen will have to try to move things along. They do have a long batting lineup. When you're batting and Dhoni is sitting down in the pavilion, one of the best finishers in the game, you tend to get a little itchy out in the middle. So I expect something a little bit untoward in this over. Not from a Rashid Khan over, but definitely from a Nadeem over.
Well, just reminding everybody too, we've got our mid-season select dugout awards. The Dream 11 champion fans, they're all jumping about because they know at the end of this over, we are going to reveal our best Indian batsmen so far, according to the 10 experts in the select dugout. So hang around with us at the end of this over.
Just get a feeling that Watson is just hanging back, looking to play a lot off the back foot of Nadeem. That may not be ideal, because with that there have been a couple of fuller balls also. We'll see if we can. That's much better. The intent has to be scored down the wicket first, and if not, then you can look to play square.
Look, I know that Shane Watson was out in the middle in the third over. Do you think this move to 3, Brian, is just throwing him off his routine and rhythm a little bit?
Well, first of all, you'll do anything that you know, the captain requires or the team requires, and
Well, this could be it, Brian. Oh, I think he might. Taken it. If this is carried, he says, I'm not sure. We might well have to go upstairs, but Mr. Lara, have you picked it? Shane Watson again to spin going across the line.
yeah, well, you know, that's his weakness. Normally he gets bowled on LBW. This one a little bit shorter, but he did not get all of it. He was looking to hit it in the gap. And not a good sign for me.
We have a referral for fair catch. It's a fair delivery. Soft signal is not out. Please
So
show
this-
your best angle.
So Brian, if the soft signal is not out, the third umpire will have to have conclusive evidence to overrule that.
I understand. I appreciate that. Again, I'm not disappointed. I am not disappointed.
Yeah,
That's
just rock and roll once.
that's got to have hit the ground.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
Ball is clearly grounded. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
Just the one review from the third umpire, and he goes straight back and will say not out. So sorry about that, Brian, and also sorry to Graham Swan. He's talking about 20 reviews whenever he's sitting in the chair. He's got a day off, and it happens only once. I like it. A single anyway to Shane Watson, and good honesty too from Manish Pandey, who did not claim the catch. Last ball of Shabazz Nadeem's spell, and it's gone for 6. Oh, that is just a bit of a dagger to the heart to finish. Great use of the feet from Raidu. 84 for 2. Oh, there's Ambati Raidu on that list for the best Indian batsman. We have voted. Tell us what you think. Hashtag select dugout at Star Sports India. The best Indian batsman halfway through this competition. Don't worry about previous reputations, on form and results. And this is what we've come up with. There are 10 of us. 60% found KL Rahul at number 1. 20% Surya Kumar Yadav, and Shubman Gill and Mayank Agarwal at 10%. And I can just tell you, even though I am the President, Chairman, CEO and Captain of the Shubman Gill fan club, I did not vote for Shubman Gill. So the two gentlemen next to me, who did you vote for and why?
I did vote for KL Rahul purely for the class that has been oozed out of the performances that he's churned out. Again, a big shot. Watson taking on Rashid Khan, playing the slog sweep. That is something that he prefers to go against the spinners, and this time getting the maximum. An academic cracking 6.
In his slot, wasn't it? But still crossed the line a little bit. But that is a great shot. He's got all the power. Maybe push for 2. Sorry, Sanjay, you've picked KL Rahul.
Yeah, I mean, for the way he has batted, for the way he's shouldered the responsibility with his middle order not firing, and then playing according to the needs of the team and taking into account the additional roles of captaincy. So taking all that into account, I just felt that he was above everybody else.
And your vote went to who, Brian?
My pick, Surya Kumar Yadav. I think that the couple of occasions that he's scored big, he's ensured that his team came out victorious. And to have a batsman like that, number 3, and performing with Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock before him, takes a very special player. And I love the way he finds the gaps. I love his timing, and of course, it's very classy play in this game where, you know, brute force is recommended. It's great to see a guy with great timing and placement, and I've been pretty impressed with him.
Do you put any value on the fact that he's the leading run scorer? I think he is the leading run scorer from Mumbai, who are at the top of the table.
Exactly. That is a different. I mean, with Rohit Sharma, we're accustomed to having him on top, and for him to hold that position with an opening pair like that, I think you're right. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think that, you know, I don't really look at numbers, but I know that he's had a couple, 2 or 3 good innings. He would be up there with the runs. But it's just the way he goes about getting his inning, putting his innings together. It's the end of the 13th over. CSK 92 for 2.
अरे भाई बर्तन आज तुम्हारी बारी है।
मैंने जुलाई में 18 दिन बर्तन धोए थे, जबकि धोना था 15 दिन। तो 3 दिन का बैलेंस बाकी है पतिदेव।
बैलेंस को रोल ओवर कौन करता है?
जियो करता है।
जियो दे रहा है 6 महीने का डेटा रोल ओवर। हर महीने जो डेटा बच जाए उसे अगले महीने में जोड़ते जाएं।
इस बार असली मजा अंदर से आएगा।
डार्क फैंटेसी की तरह।
Sunfeast Dark Fantasy from ITC.
ये मैं कर लेता हूँ, तब तक आप ड्रीम 11 पे टीम बना लो।
Dream 11, make your team now.
इंसान से मंगाओ चाहे विज्ञान से, प्यास तो दोनों से बुझेगी ना। तो मैच टाइम पे प्यास हटाओ, स्प्राइट उठाओ।
The king of the Yorker, according to Brett Lee. back into the attack. He's still got 3 overs to go as Natarajan. So he could bowl him out from here, have him done by the 18th, or maybe just 1 over now and then potentially save him for 2. But Shane Watson, CSK win 82% of their matches when he scores more than 40. He's on 32. The only difference is that today, for the first time in his CSK career, he has not opened. So this is the first time. Now, I just wonder if that makes a difference, because he's only 32 off 32. And normally when Watson gets to 40, he's starting to power through the gears.
That may not be the case because it won't affect the algorithms, so to say. But Watson indeed coming into today's innings, only the 3rd over. Again, big one. Raidu want to go aerial. Just falls in between those 2 fielders.
Come on, then. Light me up, boys.
You're going big over?
I'm going big over rather than wicket. I'm going to go off the back of what Brian was saying in the last over about a wicket. And I think CSK have spoken enough in the media about trying to take a few more risks in these middle overs. They'll know that Rashid Khan still has another over, so they'll feel like they need to get the runs elsewhere. And the spinner now has bowled out Shahbaz Nadeem, and I think they'll want to go after someone else, and that could well be Natarajan. That's the thinking behind it anyway, from my perspective.
Yeah, right, absolutely right thinking. And the intent you can see clearly from Raidu, that he wants to target a few boundaries in this over. It's that sort of a time in the innings wherein today's wicket could just be a par score would be around 160, because the ball is slightly gripping a bit. The spinners would come into play, so 160 should be a good score. I think CSK are well placed at the moment. And most teams, when they're batting first at this stage of the game, they're happy to be around 100 at the end of 13 overs.
Well, Natarajan, when he gets the Yorker right, Scotty, he gets it right. And so far he's been produced 2 good ones. Keep it up in the block hole is very difficult to get him away.
Well, Raidu stepped out for the first 2 balls of the over. And that'll be 4. Going back and deep this time. First 2 deliveries stepping out and then going back and waiting for the correction. That's a beautiful stroke.
Placement was the key for Raidu. Knew that the sweeper cover would have cut the ball if he played it squarer, and that's where he went finer, more towards the left of deep covers, and that's where he gets his gap. Brilliant from Raidu.
100 up for CSK.
Oh, fuck off!
Trying to anticipate maybe that slower delivery, getting it right, but can't quite execute it, and he's not happy with himself. And therefore now, Shane Watson. Just take a look too at Bhatti Raidu trying to change what Natarajan is doing. Coming down out of his crease towards Natarajan's first ball. Same again, stepping out second ball. And then third, back and deep in the crease. Makes the correction, does Natarajan, and gets punished. Oh, not quite to be once again. 10 runs from the over, 102 for 2. And it will be a See It Tyres strategic timeout. So 102 for 2, 6 overs to go. Sanjay, you mentioned that that 160 would be a score that CSK would want. But they are going to have to play well to get them, because SRH have been a team that traditionally has bowled well at the death. And they did get hurt in their previous match, but they've got Natarajan, who does bowl good Yorkers. Khalil has been pretty good as well. It's now about execution for those last 6 overs to keep them round to 160.
They do, but CSK would be looking at the over of Sandeep Sharma, who has been successful, but who is not known to be a very penetrative death bowler. So CSK would probably target Sandeep Sharma in one of the overs, and Natarajan's strength can actually work in favor of somebody like MS Dhoni, because MS Dhoni is very good of the Yorker and deliveries.
And he is, and he only had to watch what happened in the last game. We've said they've been very good, but the last game against Rajasthan was a problem. And Tuatia and Rian Parag just moved around the crease a bit and hit them to all parts. And by that I mean just different areas. So very difficult for David Warner to protect, because they're similar deliveries, but with the right and left hand combination, with the ability for Tuatia to move across and then step away and sort of use his wrists and hit the ball over different areas. Not a lot down the ground, a lot square, but they still got under pressure and couldn't quite find a way to recover from that, Brian.
Yeah, well, it's a different scenario where they're bowling first, and sometimes when you're defending a total and you start off bad, (12-14 runs and over coming home.
Okay, well, the batting side of things, they dropped Jagadisan and played Chawla, the extra bowler. Whether that works remains to be seen. So far, they've only lost 2 wickets, and so the batting depth they've got with Dhoni, with Jadeja, with Bravo, and Deepak Chahar is more than capable, as is Shardul Thakur. There's still plenty of hitting there to get them to that 160, maybe even 170 mark. But these two, it still relies on them, doesn't it? You've got 2 set batsmen in who've faced a lot of deliveries each. And at the end of the set tie, strategic timeout. Brian, is it about going all out now, or do they, how do they approach this? Because only 5 bowlers have been used at this point, so there aren't any other options for David Warner as captain.
Well, yes, 36 balls left. I think David wanted